Welcome, guys, to another episode of the Higher Level Podcast. So tonight it's myself and James Doolan, and we will be joined by a special guest, 8-time world champion Liam Harrison. So James, kind of quiet. Another quiet week in MMA. Not too much happening, but you've had a wee bit of drama online for Stevie Ray. A bit of back and forth between him and Don Madge. I saw the messages. What was it? What Stevie said much to you about
that? I've been talking to Stevie actually most of the day. He's been stuck in at hospital with his daughter. His daughter's been taking these seizures for a while. They're trying on different medication for epilepsy and stuff, but I think she's having like multiple seizures. It used to be once an hour, but it's more frequent now. So Stevie's been in hospital all day. I was talking to him earlier. Must have been getting a coffee or something. He's like, I think he's called him at a podcast or something like that. But that's about it, I think.
Just with Stevie there, I saw some stuff he's put online about his daughter. Man, that looks like some scary stuff.
It's been ongoing for a while now as well. I think it's a weird thing. They can't seem to figure out what's causing it. I think they're trialing her on different medications in the hope that something starts to work, but so far nothing's kind of helping her.
No, so it's just trial and error then until they hopefully find the right thing.
Yeah, as far as I know, aye.
So for what I've seen with the Don Madge things, obviously Don Madge has kind of called him out and sort of said Braveheart and kind of insinuated that Stevie didn't want to fight him. And then, wait now, I've have to get it. I was looking at it a minute ago. So obviously Stevie's come back with his. I mean, you read the tweet and you think, Stevie Ray definitely wrote that. So basically, for what Stevie says is he's never really been offered a fight with him. There was one situation where his name come up, but then Don Madge couldn't make the fight. Have you had his name bandied about with Stevie before?
I think it was London a couple of years back.
Right.
Just after, it may have just been after Don Madge signed with the UFC. I think Stevie got offered them through his manager, and Stevie's accepted it, said that's fine. And then, for what I remember, which is a long time ago, I think what happened was Don Madge said that he wouldn't be ready in time, and I'm sure it was like 11 weeks out or something. So I don't know how long his fight camps and stuff are, but
yeah,
usually their guys they don't even need 8 weeks to be fair. But it wasn't a name I was expecting, to be honest, because he's only 2 fights into the UFC. He's a good fighter. Like,
it seems like a strange one. It doesn't seem like there's really an upside, but I think what Don Madge has basically said that he wants to fight him when the pandemic's over, or don't fight him and Stevie can save face. And Stevie's reply is, first line it, mate, you're a fucking dipshit.
Sounds about right for Stevie.
Aye, and then he's mentioned obviously the one time the fighters have said there Don couldn't make it, and then he's brung up Diakiese's name, that Diakiese's a much bigger name, which he is. For your point of view as Stevie's coach, I mean, it seems like a no-brainer. Diakiese or Don Madge, you're going to take a Diakiese fight. You would imagine that's the one to take.
No, I would.
No,
Stevie's just got a new contract. By the time stuff goes back to normal after the pandemic, it's going to be. He fought there in October, so let's say it might even be October before he fights again. That's a year out. So he's got a new contract. He's on like 48 and 48, and they give you a guy who's he's 2 fights in the UFC. It's impressive in the first one against a guy that wasn't that great, and then the second one he didn't look that great. He held a guy against the fence, which was surprising because he looks better than that. I would take the Don Madge. Stevie would take the Don Madge fight as well, but you were expecting Stevie to come off with the Michael Johnson one, and he's beat Pearson and Lozon and stuff as well, and to be up in that kind of top 20 rankings area, guys that have been there and guys that have had 10 fights. They're not like novices in the UFC, like they've been there for a while and stuff like that. But you never know who they're going to offer them. But Diak's a harder fight. Like definitely tried and tested, better fighter, better athlete. So what you want to do with this is there's times when to take these fights. So if you're going to give me the option of 2 fights for the same amount of money, coming off a possibly a long time off, I would take the fight he's more capable of winning, and then you can get Diakese next and stuff like that.
To play that, I totally get that point of view, but to play devil's advocate, obviously, the downside of potentially losing a fight, no disrespect to Don Maj, but is that more harming to the career than potentially make? Obviously, you're not looking at a fight for a losing point of view, but let's say I'm just playing devil's advocate.
It would be, because he's not a name and nobody knows who he is, but that's why Don Maj is calling for the fight. He's trying to make a name on the back of what Stevie's done in the UFC, which is smart. That's what you're supposed to do when nobody knows who you are. Stevie's kind of stock in the UFC went up after beating Pearson, and then again with Lozon, and then now again with Michael Johnson.
What's the plans for Stevie? Is the plan to just try and keep climbing the rankings and start getting sniffing about that top 10 position? Is that must be I take it the goal for Stevie in this contract run he's got?
The goal for him, we're pretty honest with what the goal for Stevie is to stay in the UFC and make as much money as possible. Whether he advances up the rankings, that'll come with winning fights. But as that division, we've spoken about it before, that division's an absolute, it's murderer's row for 40. There's guys in there that nobody's ever heard of that are very capable. Like Don Maj, he's a capable fighter and stuff, but it's such a hard division to break into the top 30, never mind the top 20, and then the top 10. You're like, it's most likely the strongest division in the sport. For top to bottom. So the goal just now for him is still nursing some injuries that need dealt with. He's supposed to go for stem cells and stuff before the travel ban. So the goal for him to now is to get fit and healthy and be ready to go when this is all over. There was a lot of the fighters had a conference call, and Danny was on a conference call a couple of days ago with Dana White. I think he must be reaching out to every fighter on the roster and now basically. And he's putting them in group chats, and it's like a Zoom conference call thing, and he's basically explaining what's happening, and he's fielding questions with them and stuff like that. So, for what I know, and what you see anyway in the media, they're planning to get a running fight starting soon. I think when they get back, whether it's the May 8th card or whatever, they want to be pumping cards out almost every week. And the point of the conference call was stay fit, train as best as you can, and be ready to go if I call you up. So that's the position Stevie needs to get. He needs to get healthy, and when they come and say this is your next fight, he needs to be ready to go. And it could be a fighter like Don Maj, who's probably needing a fight, and nobody knows who he is, or it could be somebody that it could be a name. It could be a guy in the top 20. He's just beat Michael Johnson. It could be anybody coming after that, really.
It's kind of weird that they're sort of lining everybody up, because we had a situation, maybe we took it for granted, where it was we had cards on every weekend, we had folk complaining, there's too much, it's watered down, and then we went for that to nothing. So you'd imagine those early cards that come back out, there's probably going to be a lot of eyeballs on them. I would think more so than there would be normally.
Yeah, people's dying for sport now. I think the viewing figures are, I think in Scotland they're replaying old film games for like 10 years ago, and then the other night they had Scotland versus Holland for 1978 on, and fucking everybody's watching this reruns of games, and people are just dying for live sport. Whether it's to do with betting or whatever, they just need entertainment. We're so used to so much yet. It's a weird time where you're like, the last time I watched a fight or a live fight. It's a weird thing, but I know the UFC's got commitments that they've got to hit a certain number of shows to make that 750 million and go off ESPN or something. So there was a time frame for them to hit that, and I think they've passed it. So there's more shows than there is weekends now for this deal to be done. So there's a chance they may end up sticking fights on a Friday night and then a Saturday night and whatever else just to try and meet this number. I'm not sure what's going to happen.
Thanks for coming on the show and giving us some time, mate. We appreciate it.
No worries, mate.
How is life for you at the moment, mate? Obviously, lockdown like the rest is. What's life like currently?
And you know what? I'm just bored out of my head, and it's just starting to do me head in a bit now. I miss the gym like so much. There's like only so much like training in the living room and running and stuff I can do, but I need to be in the gym, and I need to have like a goal to work towards. It's the uncertainty and the not knowing that's the worst part for me. If I had like if it was like the government came on and said, right, we guarantee by this and this, by say July or June, even if it's quite a while away, I still wouldn't be bothered. At least I'd think, right, I've got a goal to work for. It's just not knowing that's doing my head in.
Aye. We've spoken about this a few times in the show. It's hard not to talk about it. You kind of, it doesn't feel like to me like this is going to end in a few weeks. I feel like this is going to rumble on for a while, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And that's like, fighters have a shelf life, you know. So I'm 34 now, but I'm on a good run of form. But I know that in a couple of years, this is going to be over for me soon. So time's precious. So I feel like I'm wasting precious time here.
Aye, that's it. You're trying to capitalise on what time you've got left. So any time you lose is potentially harmful.
Yeah, exactly that. And I'm on a good run of form at the minute. I've won 5 of my last 6 fights. I've got me sent back to number 3 in WBC World Rankings, number 5 in WMC World Rankings, talking me getting a shot at the One Championship title. And now this has happened. Everything's all back up in air. The only blessing for me is I absolutely made a massacre of my shins in my last fight. Right. I split both my shins open, and the doctors give me a right fucking botch job. It was scandalous what they did to me. And so that's taken a lot of time to heal. So that's the only saving grace here. I've had to let them heal, so they have healed properly. I know what I'm like. Otherwise, I'd have been back in gym way too soon, and I'd have probably made an even worse mess out of them.
How bad were the shins? What actually happened with the doctors? Where did they go wrong with the shins?
Well, do you know what? When I went upstairs after the fight, and like I thought I'd just go, because they did this to me before on the Yokkao show. The same paramedics stitched me up horrendously. My shin got infected. I ended up with cellulitis in it, and then when the stitches came out, it were all a mess. And they did it again to me, but they said, "All right, we're going to glue you this time, so we don't get infected." So they glued them both up, but they would like, because I was last fight of the show, it was just like they'd lost interest. They couldn't be asked anymore. They were laughing and joking. And my girlfriend was stood with me while getting stitched, and she was like looking at me weirdly, and I said to him, afterwards, they look fucked. I said, "Are they all right?" And they went, "No, it's just because it's glue. They'll be fine, mate. Don't worry." And I went, "Are you sure?" I said, "Look at the state of them. They don't even look closed." They said, "They'll be fine. Don't worry." So the next day, they still did look right to me. And I'm not a doctor, so the main paramedic guy who were overseeing everything, I messaged him on Facebook. I said, "Mate, look at these shins. Are these okay?" Because to me, they just look ruined. And he said to everyone, glue always looks ugly. He said, "Put a dressing over it. You'll be fine. Take it off in 5-6 days. You'll be fine." So I put a dressing on. Didn't really look at the wound. Took it off in 5 days, 6 days. And it just looked exactly the same. I looked at it and I thought, what's going on here? I went to the hospital, and the nurse straight away, she said, "Oh, what on earth has done this to you?" She said, "This is the worst glue job I've ever seen." She said, "Why haven't they even steri-stripped it together and as to the glued it to hold it in place? It was like they just glued it, no steri-strip on it, so it's just pulled back open, and just I've ended up with loads of glue stuck in my shin." And this is the worst bit. She went, "Right, A&E's busy now." She went, "I'm going to have to scrape it out and then re-put it together." But she went, "He's busy. I ain't got time to numb it." I went, "Beat him." I said, "Numb it." She went, "I haven't got time." So she had to get this scraper thing in both my shins and scrape all all the glue, all the scab. And then she went, I'm not going to be able to glue it again now, she said, because they're both infected. I had an infection in both of them. So she went, they're both infected. We're just going to have to push it back together with the steri strips and come back every 2 days for a week. So I had to do that, even though with all this madness that were going on with hospitals being full. I'm going back, having to waste fucking nurses' times and stuff because these dickheads did like a botch show on me.
It's not just that. You want to be a fighter, eh? It's the potential implications of that, the infections that you can get for that. That's career-ending shit right there, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I know some fighters who've got infections in the shins and stuff, and they've nearly lost a leg over it and stuff. So
yeah, it's crazy, eh? It's absolutely crazy. So, how are the legs now? Are they on the mend? How are they feeling?
I'm kicking again with my left leg. I'm just doing a little bit of playing around with pads in garden with my missus. I can kick with my left leg, and my right leg. This. I know if I catch the pad wrong, it still might bust. It's going to take another couple of weeks before I can kick with that one again. But they are healed up and they're closed. It's I need to get a bit of bio oil and rub out the scar tissue on them and stuff like that, and I think they should be all right. So
just a wait. I actually saw that you were having a kick about with the missus in the garden, and then I saw you put another post up about it. I'm assuming something came. It looked like you were playing about.
Right, mate. I don't know how this happens to me on my Facebook. On my Facebook, it always gets a lot more views than my Instagram.
Yeah.
So that video, me and Kate yesterday, that got 1 million views in about 18 hours. But it's all these crazy Americans who look at it. Honestly, some of the shit that we're saying. All we're doing is having a kicking drill. Kick, 1 for 1. Just playing, having fun. So that's all we put up. The first thing I read on my Facebook was, what's that shit? Absolutely no need for that. It won't get you anywhere. The second one was, why is he dropping his arm when he throws a kick? The third one was this, and it's all fat Americans who are just sat at home. I click on the profile and have a look at them. And do you know what? I haven't had no else to do with my time of day, so I've just been sat arguing with them all. Like I've just turned into a total loser.
Because it looked to me like you're having a bit of fun. It actually looked. Did Chino catch you at the end?
Yeah, she did. Yeah. And then a couple of them were, look at this pussy hitting women. Another one more, this is domestic abuse, and these were serious ones. A third one more, this guy's a faggot, he wouldn't dare do this to a man. I was just breathing through it, I was going, oh my God, I thought, what have I done here?
Listen, it's Facebook is I get into some of the comment sections. When I follow football, I get into some of them and that as well, and I just stop myself. I need to stop myself from writing because I could be here all day writing shit, and it's fucking isn't worth your time, man. I mean, James, you must have had a few ones when you've put up stuff where the comments have drove you around the bend a wee bit.
I don't read anything, man. It drives you fucking mental. But I do follow most of Liam's social media stuff, and then when you see these idiots commenting on his technique and stuff, you're just like, what the fuck, man?
You know what? I can't help myself, me. I just sit there and I feel I ain't got nothing to do. And I've been on there all bastard day, just arguing with them all. And then at the end of the day, I thought, what have I just done here? I've wasted a total day. I enjoyed myself, I won't lie.
Yeah, that's that fighter in you coming out. It's obviously fighting online, but but this is this lockdown shit, mate. It'll drive you crazy. That's what you're reduced to, arguing with fucking idiots on Facebook. But I also, the other thing as well, I've seen I've seen that you spoke a lot about your passion for coaching, and you've got your online coaching. How is things going from that point of view with your website and all that?
I'm lucky, to be honest, because that's flying for me at the minute. There's a lot of stuff on there you can train like solo with and stuff. So a lot of people have like jumped on that because people have only got access to a bag and no partner, and there's lots of bag drills on there and stuff. If someone has got a partner who can hold pads for him at home, people are enjoying the pad drills. But there's even stuff, even the technique stuff on there where he's done with a partner. You can go on and just study the stuff, and it'll still download into your head. And you can practice it when you get back in the gym. So, like, people have jumped on that, and it's absolutely flying at the minute. This for your website, I think that this has been a sort of blessing in disguise because the numbers have doubled on it. And there's like nearly 500 400 videos, I think, on there at minute. So there's quite a lot of stuff for people to revise and look over. Even if they have only got access to a bag and they're on their own, all the other videos where you need a partner, they can still study them and get ready to practice them when gyms do get back open.
Yeah, I think with this situation, you've got to look at things like you're saying about your shins and obviously your online business. You've got to look at them as the silver linings, really, aren't they? With everything else that's going on. Yeah,
because obviously I'm not getting any fights. I'm not getting any seminars or anything. So I'm looking at other stuff. I've got to push my website more and stuff like that. So this is the time to do it. I'm going to start really pushing my YouTube channel as well, because there's so much stuff. I've been late. You know what? I should have used this lockdown sooner, but I've literally today just started making plans for my YouTube channel, and I've got loads of stuff that I should have done on there, but I bought a PS4 and got sidetracked.
Right, this is important. PS4, what game you on? What game you playing?
I'm on Red Dead Redemption at minute.
Are you playing online or are you actually playing the story?
No, I can't play online, mate. I'm playing story because I've tried I played my mate at FIFA the first day I got it, and I got smashed about 7-0. And I thought, you know what, I'm not just embarrassing myself at that. I can play. I haven't played a computer since I started Thai boxing when I was 13, and that was probably, as soon as I did that, I was in gym all the time, so I never had time for it. So I've literally not played one for about 20 years.
So this is your opportunity to flex your computer skills in. Improve there.
I'm too invested in it and that, so now I've been sat on it every time I've got a spare 10 minutes. But I'm going to start putting some energy into my YouTube channel and stuff now. So I've got so many things I want to upload onto there that are totally different from my website and stuff, and it'll give me something else extra to do as well.
I'm surprised you've not actually had pushed a YouTube channel before. I thought that would have been a great plan, especially when you're on things like Rogan and stuff like that. That would have been a great time to have it.
Exactly, and I was just not thinking about it. I was thinking about the wrong way. Like, I was speaking to a friend about it the other day, and I was saying, I don't really want to take anything away from my website and stuff like that. And he said, well, don't upload technique videos. And the first idea that I had, I'm going to do my 5 toughest fights, break down why all of them won my 5 hardest fights, how the fight went, and then at the end of it, just put a little clip of that fight on and just talk through it and stuff like that. So, like, it's going to be different stuff like that instead of my technique videos, because my Instagram's for my technique videos and my website and stuff like that. So this is going to be another platform just to get some stories across and messages across to other fighters and people who are interested in Thai boxing.
It's a good time as well because there's obviously no fights or anything on. We were just speaking a moment ago that people are wanting content. They want stuff to watch, and new content putting up on YouTube is definitely something that people are going to be after, especially fans of yours and fans of fighting. Yeah,
definitely. Like you just said, Dennis, now is the time to do it, and we've still stuck like this for another 3 weeks minimum. People are just sat around watching YouTube videos and looking for new stuff and bits of inspiration or something to learn or just a little bit of anything really. So
Actually, James, I'll bring you in a minute because you had a couple of questions. It was regarding technique for Liam.
Yeah. The first one was just going back to your sore shins in your last fight, man. The fight was excellent. I enjoyed it. It was just you adapted in that fight. So obviously, you're kind of well known for the low kick and the left hook, like world famous for the low kick, and then you kind of lost the ability to kick when your shins were sore. I know you still threw a couple with the shin already burst, but it was nice to see you adapting and then still going on to win the fight with the rest of your skill set. Do you think you don't get enough credit for your actual skill set? A lot of people think, oh, he's got a fucking massive leg kick, he's a big hitter. but they don't see how subtle you are with the technique and the layers to your game a lot of the time, I don't think.
Yeah, I think because I don't really like fighting like that, only as like when it's like a last resort. I try and make fights exciting and good fan-friendly ones that, I always like to go for the KO. That's just how it is. But I've spent like many years training and fighting in Thailand and stuff like that, so I do have like a good knowledge of how to win a fight on points, and that I had to do that in that fight because both especially my right leg, it was so battered. If we were either start trading punches with him, and he was quite a hard hitter with that kid, so we either give him a 50-50 chance of winning just by standing and trading, because all can happen when you start going to war like that, or just start using my other leg and then just kick and move and try and just minimalise the damage that I'd already done. I think it's just, I think a lot of, so many people after the fight said to me, wow, that was a really good performance. I didn't think so, because it wasn't exciting for what like the normal crowd wanted to see, but so many other fighters who appreciated how hard it is, what I had to do to try and adapt and change it. I think it was more the fighters who appreciated what I did do. There were a lot of other like crowd members who said, "Oh, it was a bit boring now." Like, well, my mates did. A few of them, "No, boring now. What we're on with you?" I said, "I've got fucking 3 holes in my leg. What do you want me to do?" But yeah, I think like a lot of fighters appreciated what I did, and like because it is difficult to do that mid-fight, especially when the first 2 rounds went so well, and I already had it in my head. I could see him wincing when I was kicking him, and I thought, "Oh, I'm stopping him here." And then for that to just stop and not be able to, because I still tried throwing a few, but it was actually hurting my leg, and to be able to mix it up and do that, it does take to have quite a little. You have to have a bit about you as a technical fighter as well. But obviously, I don't get to show that side as often. But as I've shown in that fight and other fights in the past as well, where I have realised that I might not be able to KO someone, or I might not be able to go to war with this person, that I have changed it up. And I think it is a bit underrated side of my game, to be honest, because it is there and I can do it. It's just like I said, I prefer to fight hard and look for the KO.
I was aware of it because I've done some of your seminars when you've been in Glasgow and stuff, and I know that the detail, everything you do is systemised, like your setups for the leg kick and the hook and stuff. There's a system to everything you do. It's not like you're just going out and having a fight. There's, like, you know what you're trying to do. You've got ways to set it up. If the guy reacts to certain ways and blocks or whatever, you've got something else to fall back on. But it was impressive for me because I like fighters that can adapt. Like every great fighter can adapt mid-fight, and it's a hard thing to do. Like I struggled in certain fights where I could feel it wasn't going my way, but I couldn't adapt with guys who were better than me. But when you see somebody like your level improvising and adapting mid-fight, it's a special thing. I think what you said there about the fighters can appreciate it. Guys with an eye for the sport can appreciate it. But the guys who like to just see fucking people bleeding and smashed all over the place, they're not seeing it like that.
Yeah, 100%, mate. Like I said, a few of my mates were saying to me, "What was that about?" And I'm like, "Well, what did you want me to do?" Do you know what I mean? But like a lot of the fighters said, "Oh, that was really, really good to watch how you change your game plan and stuff like that." That's a lot of reason why the top level ties are so impressive, because I fought against a few of them where they've done the exact same to me. I've been so sure I was about to win or about to stop them, and then like midway through, like maybe round 3 or just at the beginning of round 4, they've done something that's totally flipped the old head of the fight, and they've got themselves back into it, and then got themselves ahead, and they've then kept themselves ahead. So to be able to do that, like you said, when you're fighting at a high level as well, it is difficult to do. But it's also like when someone does do that to you, it's a bit demoralising as well, because like I said, I think especially like when I fought Singdown, I was so sure I was going to stop him in that fight, and then he just flipped it round, brought himself back into the fight, and changed it totally. And that was like midway through round 3, towards the end of round 3, early round 4, he did that. It's a tough thing to do.
Yeah. It was impressive, man. Can I go back to the leg kick? I know you probably get asked about the leg kick all the time. It's like your signature move. I actually, when I was at uni back late 2000, I actually done a study. I was doing a sports science degree, And part of the biomechanics module for it was to compare an elite level athlete with a kind of mid-level athlete. And I actually picked footage of your low kick as the elite level guy and done like a biomechanical study on it compared to, I can't remember I used as a C-class fighter, it was some Scottish guy. But I can't find where my dissertation thing was on it now, but I remember looking at footage and then having to get into a biomechanics lab and try and recreate this low kick on a pad. I'm pretty sure Tommy Young helped me with it actually. And then ever since I watched it, I've tried to teach the low kick different in the gym. But I've noticed even still your low kicks, even now, it seems to be better now than it's ever been. Is that just due to repetition? Have you changed anything with it?
No, I think it is just repetition because I've just been doing it over and over and over. And it's same as anything, really. I'm still, like, with this sport, I don't know how, even after 21 years, you're still learning every day of it. It's crazy. And even when I'm sparring now, like, obviously people know I'm going to do it. So I'm still having to find little tweaks just to get it that split second faster.
The way I like to low kick is not traditional to how most other fighters do it, okay? The way I low kick, if you imagine a clock in front of you, number 4 right here, coming up from this angle, you'll see a lot of fighters will be turning the low kick over, trying to chop down. For me, I think that's a bit too slow, and also it puts you a bit off balance when you're doing it. The way I like to do it, 4 o'clock on a clock in front of you, the angle I throw it just comes straight up. It always hits in the same spot every time. Just there, nice and fast. My shoulders not turning all the way over, I'm just letting my hips do most of the work. Okay, just there, just a little pull, bang, okay?
There was a point in that fight, though, where I watched it back, because I was just kicking his leg, and I did something, and I tried to body shot him, and then go low kick, but I didn't hit him hard enough with the body shot for him to push his weight onto his leg. So he didn't move and he still had his leg up, and I threw the low kick anyway like an idiot and kicked his knee. And that's when my shin split in that last fight. And I remember watching it back afterwards and I thought that was just schoolboy. For someone like me who goes over it so many times and pushes it so many times in my seminars, and I think I was just more like sure that his leg was going to come down and I didn't do it hard enough. But that's what happens. You do something wrong, just subtle little wrong like that, you end up kicking a knee and injuring yourself. So that's why with my setups of the low kick, I do try and make them as thorough as possible. And that's why I did adapt to the way that I threw it, just to make sure it was that little bit faster and that little bit quicker and came from that little bit of a different angle, so it is more difficult to block.
See as well, Liam, with you doing so much coaching, doing seminars and teaching the technique, is that something over the time you've been doing that's actually improved you as a fighter?
Yeah, I believe so, because I look a bit more in more depth about stuff, and when I'm sparring and stuff like that, it makes me, when I'm explaining the technique, when to use it, it makes me really a bit overthink everything and go as in depth as I possibly can. And I think it's a bit of an art to be a good teacher, really. You need to be able to go in depth about the technique and when to use it and how to use it, but still make sense about what you're saying and stuff. And there's some people who do similar sort of thing, but it just gets a bit lost in translation. But I think I've been doing it for that long now, and that many times, and my techniques have been shown in that many fights and working and stuff, that it's all just come well together.
Yeah, I find as well sometimes when you watch guys, and they're teaching certain things and you're watching online, sometimes it feels like they overcomplicate something that they could make a bit simpler. So it can almost go over the head of a lot of people watching it.
Yeah, definitely. You need to get to the point about it and be clear about what you're saying, but not go too over much and get the person overthinking stuff, because as soon as you start overthinking, it's all going to go out the window. And
the other thing as well is, I know you've spoke kind of about, what do you think about 3-4 years left of your fighting career?
Yeah,
I think
3 years. I think I'm still in good form. I still feel stronger and fast and fit. I'm probably faster now than I've ever been, I think. It's just my injuries at the minute. I have no injuries other than my shins.
Yeah,
but I'd like to have a good run, 2-3 years in one championship in the little gloves, because I've enjoyed it with them little gloves. And it's a new challenge, and it's something I've not really done much of before. So yeah, that's what I'd like to do, get maybe 3 years, good running on one championship, and then probably go into more just seminars and teaching and stuff like that.
On the one championship as well, how good is the promotion to fight for? Because they're a massive promotion out there. They're doing really great things. We've had guys like, obviously, Chris Shaw, who's trained over at a higher level. He's went out there. And
Yes.
How have you enjoyed being part of the one championship family?
It's unbelievable, to be honest. Like the production and the way that everything's set out and stuff, it's there's not that I've ever fought on that comes close to it. Obviously, these guys have got a bigger budget than anyone else that you're going to find, but just the way they treat the fighters, everything's just done perfect down to a T. Everything's like on schedule, and there's no messing about with anything. It's unbelievable. It's hard to explain unless you've actually been there and been part of and seen everything and how it all works and stuff.
Yeah, and the eyeballs, the attention that you guys like yourself and that get fighting on a show like that, because I mean, the eyeballs you're getting on their shows are massive as well.
Yeah, I'm sure they get like 1 billion viewers in Asia with all China and all different countries and stuff there. It's absolutely insane. How do you feel fighting in the arenas now instead of, like, you fought in the biggest kind of stages in the UK, and then just getting into an arena that's completely different, like 15,000 people? And yeah, I think when I fought in Beijing, I think there were 19,000 there in that arena. It was insane. But yeah, it's like everything with that one championship, just like the ring walk and everything's not like anything I've ever done before. Everyone reaching out, trying to grab you and touch you is crazy. All photography and paparazzi and all kinds of stuff, all waiting for you to get off the court, taking pictures of you. It does make all the fighters feel like you are a genuine superstar, you know, and that's how fighters should be made to feel when they're fighting top level fights. Because Thai boxing especially, I think it gets underrated a lot of the time. So for fighters to get this sort of exposure, it's great.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that Thai, even with kickboxing, it never seems to have exploded the way you would have expected it to, especially like, for the MMA point of view. You got a lot of people moaning about the grappling, and it's like, well, why are you not watching that then?
Yeah, exactly. But now with the one championship, there's something for everyone, because they've got MMA, they've got Thai, they've got kickboxing, they've got it all on one show. So if you come watching, you only like grappling, that's fine. There's MMA. If you only like stand up, it's fine. There's Muay Thai. If you like it all, you've got it all. So.
But when you're out there as well, Liam, and you're getting a shot at, and just give yourself a wee minute to soak that all in and just enjoy it.
Yeah, you do. I love it fighting on them shows, especially the Bangkok one, the most recent one I fought on. I lived in Thailand and I spent a lot of time there, and I've had many fights there. And like a bit of a bucket list thing for me to fight on an event as big as that in a city where I used to live, where I've made quite a good reputation for myself over the years. All my Thai coaches were there, my English coaches were there, all 3 of my English coaches were there, all my Thai coaches there. It was like a bit of a bucket list thing for me, that. And to win like KO round 1 like I did as well, that was quite a good achievement.
Yeah, and obviously I've seen in other things you've said that 2020 you were hoping was going to be a really, really big year for you. A lot of things lined up. Obviously, things haven't panned out ideally, but what sort of things are you looking to get done once everything gets back together? What's the fights that you want to get? Are there any fights in particular, or any one in particular?
Well, I was meant to fight for the WBC Diamond Belt in May in Australia, and then I had 18 seminars lined up after it, so I'm going to be staying in Australia for a month and travel and that. So I do want to do that, definitely, because I've won the WBC International, I've won the WBC World. So to get the Diamond Belt, and I've got the full collection then, and there's been no other, I don't think a Western has won the Diamond Belt yet. I think it's all Thais. I know Sanchai, Bukau, Pech Morocco have him. I don't know if any Westerners have them yet. So that'd be nice to be the first one to win that. Obviously, I want to get a good run on one championship. If I can, I'd like to get a couple more in on Yokkao and Brian Calder's show, because I always enjoy fighting on them shows. But it all just depends how this goes, really. In Thailand at the minute, I've read today, there's only 2,000 cases in the whole of Thailand. There's only like 40 odd deaths. a lot of gym owners have been saying today in Thailand, everything's going to open back up there in May or June. So I might even go out there for a month and just fight on something like Max Muay Thai or something like that, just to keep myself busy. Because that's where the only places are going to be where fights are going. I'm going to go out there because I'm not even too bothered if it's not a big payday. I just want to go out there and keep myself busy. Because the longer I just sit around not doing all, it's like I say, it's wasting time. All I want to do is fight, you know. It's not... Obviously, the money's amazing on one championship and it's a lot more than I've ever been paid and stuff, but if there's no fights at all, I'd rather just go fight on something like Max Muay Thai or one at stadiums in Thailand or something like that, just to keep myself busy. Because it's not about money for me at this point. It's just I just want to keep fighting and keep myself busy. And then when the big fights do come back round, I'll still have been getting in there. I'll still be ready, and I should be not have any ring rust or anything.
No. The one FC allow you to fight out with the promotion, like they fight elsewhere. I've got a rolling contract so where I can fight wherever I want. But I think if you win the title, then you've got to just stay signed to them. Yeah. But obviously, for a time like this, I'm sure they won't really mind when fighters need to be fighting. And if they are doing shows, I think fighters are going to go anywhere they can just to get a fight, really. But if they come back round before everyone else, hopefully they do. I'd fly out to Thailand and just stay in Thailand. So I'm in Asia. I'm ready to go whenever they tell me.
We're just on this sort of, like you're saying, the frustrating thing is this bloody limbo. But I don't know what you're thinking. I'm thinking it's probably going to be June for us.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well. That's what I'm hoping, to be honest, because any longer than that, it's just going to be. As soon as any restrictions are lifted at all, I'm going back to the gym to do my pad work and train and stuff like that. I can't stay away for this long. I'm just sat around doing all. It's honestly driving me insane. So I said I'm going to go back and do one-to-one teaching as well. So when that happens, as soon as any restrictions are lifted, I'll be going back in gym with Andy just to do pad work, just to keep sharp and ticking over. And I'll start my one-to-one training again because I don't see how gyms are going to be open anytime soon at all for group classes or anything like that. It's just not going to happen.
No, I don't see that. I think the other thing for fighters like yourself and that as well is your training is now just about keeping physically fit. It's a lot of fighters. I mean, it's like a form of therapy, getting in the gym and training, and taking that away can just makes things a bit slightly worse. Is that one of the things for you?
I'm sat around depressed, mate. It's awful. I've been in a gym every day since I was 13 years old. I don't know anything else. That's all I've ever done. So I'm just sat around now, and I'm struggling bad. It's an hard time to. I'm sure people are a lot worse than me. Some people as well. You know, it's a difficult time for everyone. Like I said earlier on, it's just the uncertainty about things that I'm struggling with.
Well, hopefully we'll sort of everything will get cleared up soon, and we can get back to normal life, and hopefully too many people don't lose their life through this.
Yeah, definitely.
One thing I wanted to ask you as well, Liam, I had to take this opportunity. I've always wanted to ask somebody that's held pads for Joe Rogan. How hard does he kick? It looks hard, but I want you held the pads. Aye.
Hard, very hard, man. But the thing is, what you don't really realise about Joe is he's only the same height as me, but he's 90 kilos. He's solid. He's a little tank. But the first time I met him, I was like, fuck me, look at the size of him. And then we spoke online and stuff, and we're saying, yeah, we'll do some pads, we'll do this and that. And then when I met him, I didn't realise that stocky. I thought, fucking hell, he's going to kick me through a wall here. And he does kick really, really hard. But he's such a cool guy as well, man. It's like he's so down to earth and everything. But yeah, he kicks like a donkey.
I got in a lift with him once. I can't remember what UFC. I think we were in Vegas at Palms or something. And I got in a lift and he was in there, and I was like, holy fuck! He's built like a wheelie bin. He's a fucking
like a silverback gorilla, mate. He's so solid.
Yeah, I'm just looking at his kind of shiny head, and then he's like fucking.
Yeah, he's a proper tank.
Aye, Joe's no shy about it. Obviously, he's got a wee bit of help with TRT and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That did work hard, man. That did work hard.
Yeah, well, when we did that training session, then he started slinging all these kettlebells around, like throwing like 36 kilo kettlebells just up one hand easy and stuff like that. I'm like, wow, this guy's a machine.
The dude is. I actually really enjoyed that podcast with you and Vinny and that on. It was a really fun one to listen to. Well, listen, Liam, we won't keep you any longer, mate. We really appreciate you coming on. It's been a pleasure having you on the show. Just before we let you go, where can people sort of go and catch your online stuff, your website? What's the address there for people?
So my Instagram is Liam Badcombe. My training website is liamharrisontraining.com. And my YouTube channel, what I'm going to start uploading stuff up to now, is Liam Harrison Training.
Perfect, Liam. Well, we appreciate your time, mate. Thanks very much for coming on.
No problem, guys. Thank you for having me.
As always, guys, we appreciate the support. If you could go onto the YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. Also pop onto the Higher Level Facebook page and Instagram page and like and follow the pages here. And also we have a new Twitter page started. The handle for that is @HigherLevelPod. So if you could, guys, we would appreciate it if you pop on and just give us a quick follow there and support the show from there. And as always, thanks for tuning in.